I'm gonna try and make a comeback on those evals that I fucked up yesterday. Although we have a little bit of a balance here on this one. I would prefer if we came down again, just like the other 2 days, but if we start pumping past this area up here, then I'm just gonna start blindly longing it, to be honest. Yes, that's what I'm watching too. But it's like shit, dude. You know what? On I was looking for us to rebalance or at least like compress both Tuesday and Wednesday, and I was just totally wrong. We just kept pumping. So I'm kind of thinking potentially the same thing. So baseline expectation is potentially a compression or a balance, and then hoping that we create structure and actually go lower. But if we begin to just pump above here, above this area, I'm watching basically like between here and here. If we start getting past this, I'm just gonna start fucking longing that shit, dude. I'm gonna try and trade these evals though today. I'll probably chill a little bit on my funded accounts. So I'm just gonna wait for market open and see if we're going to see what we're gonna do here today. This week though so far has been pretty tough for me. Hold on. What up, bro? Do I prefer just end of day level or intraday data for NQ? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, bro? Oh. Hold on, let me pay attention to what we're about to do right now. Dude, I wanted to go short up here, but I was like, I had fucking PTSD from the past 2 days. It's alright, we'll just wait. We'll just wait. I'm watching intraday levels, Andreas. But this doesn't update, but this isn't... I'm watching it on a different screen for the levels that are constantly updating. But so far we're finally like hopefully we go down some more, because I would love for us to build more structure, because right now this entire week all the way up until basically today it was literally pump chop pump chop pump. So this is good finally. We'll see though, unless it just snaps up right here and we start running, but I think I'm gonna probably trade these evals. So it's like the 3 Apex accounts that I lost $1,000 on yesterday. So we're either gonna blow those today or bring them back. And then this Top Step Evo. How big is this that we just did right here? Sheesh. Good luck, Rocket. I was actually thinking about that. I wanted it to at least take this first though. Try and fade it in case we have one of these candles that's just going to go all the way back up like we had yesterday. But I'm gonna wait. At least this morning we're having better volume than we did yesterday. Yesterday we weren't really having good volume. But we'll see if it stays or if it tapers off. Alright, I'm watching this push lower, but I might see if I could fade it back. But I want us to go a little lower first. But I'm gonna wait just in case it's not gonna come back. That was our opportunity. I hesitated. I was kind of sketched out though to try and take that. I wanted it, if we were gonna fade it, I wanted it to take this low first and then bring it back up into here, but I kind of wanted to see it go a little lower first. To like right here. Just like another like 15 points lower. But we'll wait. I think I need to see how this 5 minutes gonna close. We don't have any news today, right? No. Just limit the HVL. Ceasefire extension. Okay, good to know. Can be announced at any time. Chances are it's going to be announced the moment that I get into a trade and it's going to go the opposite direction. So far, ever since the war stuff has been going on, I've just somehow gotten into trades right before Trump says some shit, and then it's the wrong direction though. I get in the wrong direction that the pump happens. Ooh, that was nasty. That was nasty. Dude, it's just chill. What do you mean sell, dude? Just calm down. Just calm down. Bro, you guys can short it. If you want to short it, that's totally up to you. Yeah, it's not. It's just a heat map, but yes, it's not a book map. But yes, it's a heat map. It's on another screen that's fully expanded, but this one is just like sitting here. I'm looking at other charts like 5 minute, 15 minute, and 1 hour. I don't use range bars or tick bars or whatever. Dude, look at you telling me to short it down here. What are you trying to do? Kill me? You trying to sabotage this? I hope nobody tried to short it right there. I mean, we may go down, but you just might have to take a shit ton of heat. We're kind of just like, we gotta wait for a second. Yeah, I get what I'm just messing around, Jordan. I get it. I hope it goes down because it's gonna help me out later in the future, like tomorrow, and maybe even later session. But for now, we're kind of just like, I'm just watching what's happening. We're kind of just not really directional. Like, it looks like we want to go down, but, and of course everyone is probably wanting to see us rebalance a 3-day pump, but I think it's better just to wait for me, because I'm trading evals right now, so I'm basically gonna full port it. So I gotta wait for a for something that's a little bit more clear. This isn't very clear to me as of right now. And actually, at this point in time, rather than trying to take a short, I'd be looking for us to snap around in a range, basically, until we truly start breaking lower, like, and really pushing down with some strong momentum and some really like a lot of aggression, because we saw a lot of aggression here, right? And what happened? Well, we're still here, so we gotta wait. Well, I'm gonna wait. You can do whatever you want.
Order filled.
I'm gonna fade this, honestly. With what I'm not full porting it though. We'll take a pretty big L though. Like 675 bucks. I'm gonna add into it though if it snaps back. Yeah, on my evals I'm long. But we're about to get stopped out of it. But we'll still have enough drawdown for one more full port. I may actually switch over to my funded account though. If we're really gonna start pushing down, I would like to take some of that on a funded account, not waste it on evals. This is about to snap through these orders right now.
Order filled.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Those evals are down bad. Dude, I'm pretty stoked we're moving down though. Finally. The pump is no longer pumping. for now at least. I'm trying to see if we're going to... I have to wait for the hourly open, but I'm trying to see if we're going to stay lower. Like, I'm watching value area high from the regular trading session yesterday, which is like down here. How do I deal with frustration of loss? I don't know, I'm just used to losing. I've probably blown more accounts than you could even imagine. Yeah, that's a good way to that's a good way to deal with frustration, is just to not trade. All right, we're about to have the 4-hour open right now, so that's kind of what I've been waiting for. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if I could get an entry. I'd like it to actually go up a little bit first. Yeah, it's cause I may have turned it off, or it's not. The way that I have mine is it needs 3 levels stacked together. This is just kind of like a cluster. The area I'm watching right now for potentially some shorts, depending on if we come up here and react, is like 340, 350. But I gotta make sure that this hourly candle, that we're not about to just like snap all the way back up. But if we come into here and we stall, or I see any type of absorption and then we start rolling back over, I'm gonna go short. And if we just drop straight from here, well then nothing I could do about that. All right, as we come up here and we take these orders, I'm gonna be watching to see if we're going to actually continue back up or if we're gonna begin to rotate and roll over. Not rotate, but come back down. If we do though, my first target is literally just gonna be hourly lows, previous hourly lows.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm going short. So probably be my only trade of the day. It's kind of a late entry though, but I'm just gonna target previous hourly lows. If this pops up again and then it takes me out, I'll probably just call it. I've been kind of getting my ass kicked this week, so it's better to just like be a little more off the gas than on the gas and just wait. Because I've been sitting here all morning, I didn't really see anything that I liked, but when we had this come in and then there wasn't really any follow through for it, I'm just gonna give it a shot. But if it wants to just like come back up, you know, it is what it is. If we continue to drop and start coming into this area, I'm gonna move my stop to break even. So far it's like 25 points in profit, but I'm just slightly concerned about us kind of finding a little bit of friction in this area. But so far, like on the hourly, this wick is looking pretty good for our trade if we want to continue down and attempt to basically take previous hourly lows. Alright, so at this point, I am going to move my stop to break even. If it wants to come all the way back up, it's fine. I'm going to try and hold it for the full TP though. Let's go, Wavy. Good stuff. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to see. This area right here is like this whole area right here. I need us to get past this. Otherwise, we could potentially just like fuck around. If we get a strong push into this, I think I'm actually going to trail my stop. To the top of the 5 minute. I'm going to wait though. It's fucking disgusting, dude. Of course. Well, we'll leave it there then. Bruh. Fucking knew it. Yeah, they don't wanna get past this. I saw us stalling out right here for a second, and I'm thinking in my head like fuck, but I was hoping we would kind of like make one snap down to try and like make a true attempt to break past this area, and then I was gonna just drop my stop so that I could take a little bit of profit, but this thing just kind of like sprung back up. It hasn't taken me out yet, but honestly not the best sign, but if we can come back down here, it might be okay. And if you're wondering why I'm looking at this area, it's because when we came down here in this candle and this candle, this is where buyers became present and sellers were failing to push. And so the volume is right here in this candle. So if they're going to have us basically create like a higher low and we start pushing back up into the range, then I would be expecting it to happen right here. Because in terms of like fib retracements, this is about 705, 788 area if I were to draw it out. So like if we were to draw this out, this area, I would like us to get past it. I think what I'm going to do right now is if we see a little bit of a push right here, I'm going to just move my stop. I won't put my... Man. Just break past this shit, dude, please. Ooh, it's gonna come back up. Maybe if I just remove the box from my chart, it'll stop reacting right there. Maybe that's the strat. I did it to myself by drawing something right there. This is probably going to come back to my break even. How far did this go from the entry? 45 points. What is the target? 81 points. Yeah, this isn't, this close on this this 5-minute close is not the best thing, not the most ideal thing we would have wanted to see for our short position. RIP. RIP.
Order filled.
The fuck was that, dude? That one. Look at this. Really? Really? Yeah, that was a straight up fuck you candle, honestly. Watch this shit go now. I swear, bro. Alright. Alright, after that one. After that one, we're just gonna... Dude, what the fuck was that? Oh, of course. Of course. Alright, well... It was a decent attempt. You know, we took shorts. It went like 46 points in profit. We were trying to aim for like 90 points, basically. We couldn't push lower. And then we just had like a random fuck you candle that just came out of here. But to be honest, regardless of whether or not this candle printed like this, the fact that we couldn't really push lower right here, the chances of me getting stopped out anyways was already pretty high, so it's kind of whatever. I would have been more upset if we were like right here coming down, then it just went boom. That would have been worse, but this one I was already kind of expecting me to get hit out of this trade. But I think I'm going to stop actually. I think it's better if I just wait until did NQ not have that candle? Yeah, it was an MNQ thing, huh? Yeah, I trade MNQ because I can't really, I mean, I always trade MNQ whenever I'm growing funded accounts in the beginning. Alright. I'm going to go do something else and step away from the screens. So, I'll catch you guys next time. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Prop Firm Matches live stream, so I won't be on my own YouTube. I'll be on Prop Firm Match. So if you want to join, join. If not, I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace.